Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Techyries. So, real quick, I'm Morgan. I'm Morgan, and that's KP, and we're your hosts for this evening and every Monday evening because you're stuck with us. So.
And if you don't like it, you'll just have to join our OnlyFans.
Oh yeah, for bringing that back up early, real early into the evening. I see.
Well, somebody has to.
I guess. So everyone, this is our second show, and we're really excited to be back. If you're new and you didn't catch last week's episode, Techyries is a channel where we cover all sorts of tech and video game news. So
if they didn't catch last week's episode, shame on them. Shame on them.
You can see it in our VOD and then eventually on our YouTube. So, just saying. Yeah. Anyway, we hope the topics we've hand-selected get you guys talking, so don't be shy. Tell us what you think in chat. We love interacting with you guys. But, KP, do you have anything you want to say or anything before we kick off tonight's episode?
All I have to say is, this has been so much fun, and we actually have, and I was telling Morgan this, I'm like, we are jam-packed with stories. I might have gone above and beyond the amount of stories, to which I think I kind of freaked Morgan out a little bit, because I was like, yeah, so I think I wrote like 6 stories. She's like, sorry.
It's okay. So I have my movie review podcast where I write like anywhere between 6 to 12 stories for, so you're fine. And I write all the stories for anybody, so if you're coming from there, sorry that it's all out. The guys don't write their own crap, I do.
Yeah, let me move my mic closer because apparently I'm a tad bit low.
You're low.
Hopefully this will help.
Yeah, I can't move it too much higher on my end either. But
well, we'll see if this works.
Sounds good.
Right there. All right, but anyway, so let's get started.
Go ahead, take it away.
I'm sure all of you have used Zoom at one point. I know I have. Morgan, you probably have used Zoom. And it was initially released in September of 2012, but it didn't really start taking off until we reached pandemic era. Well, now this video teleconferencing software program is now facing a hefty lawsuit. The company agreed to pay $85 million to settle claims that it lied about offering end-to-end encryption and gave data to Facebook and Google without the consent of users. The lawsuit also covers the security problems that led to rampant Zoom bombings. I don't know if you guys remember those, but that was where people were actually popping up on people's Zoom conferences and they were getting porn. I was like, thank goodness it wasn't me.
Yeah.
And if you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm winning the jackpot over this one. No, think again. The settlement would actually only generate Zoom users $15 to $25 each. So I guess enough to go buy Burger King or something of that matter. The settlement went on to say these amounts may be adjusted depending on the claim volume. Now, a hearing for preliminary approval of the settlement is set for October 21st this year. And besides the payments, Zoom also agreed to a dozen major changes to its practices, improved meeting security, bolstered privacy disclosures, and safeguard consumer data. But I can't believe, it took them this long to finally put this lawsuit together, and it was like, all right, $85 million, let's go. But imagine all the people they have to pay now, and you're only getting between $15 to $25 each. So enough to maybe buy 2 games on Steam, if you get them on sale during a great sale, but that's about it. I'm like, great. I was hoping for more. Dang
it. So real quick, hello Jake Granola, and thank you for the follow. We greatly appreciate it.
Yes, we
do. So my question is okay, so people with this whole Zoom lawsuit, could the settlement would generally give Zoom users, you said $15 to $25 each. Is that per account? Because I have 3.
Well, if you're a user, I think that would be per account because that would be a
right.
Each account's a
it's
user,
like so. I have my old work account.
You're gaming the system. You're gaming the system.
Fuck yeah, I am. I mean, I would have hoped that Zoom would have like learned by now that they need to figure their shit out.
I do want to ask our audience, our viewers out there, how many of you have Zoom and how many accounts do you have?
Yes.
I think I only have one.
I have 3 counting my work stuff.
Yeah, but see, if it's work, it probably doesn't even go to you. It goes to the company.
I don't know. They didn't set up the account for me. I did, and I just used my email for work. So.
Oh. Well, maybe it goes to you. Maybe it'll go to.
I don't know. We'll see. Either way. One from Latin.
I have one that I had that was like personal. Like I had like my own personal one, but then I had like work ones from when I was working at different places.
Right.
But could you imagine like the backlog on that? And $25 and $25.
Yeah.
Crazy.
See, I actually despise Zoom. I'm not a Zoom fan by any means. The only reason I have Zoom is because of work. And then I have one personal one and it's not even really personal. I still used it for work purposes in a way because it was for my freelance company. And I had to use it a couple times during the pandemic to help some of my clients do live streams instead.
Right, right. Yeah, I think before we revamped the show, I was only using Skype, and that was my way of like doing everything, or Discord. And so to me, like, I never used Zoom, and I totally agree with Tubby, like anti-Zoom because of security issues. Like as soon as I saw that there was like Zoom bombings when that was coming out, I was like, nope.
Yeah.
I don't need to be on a conference call with people from work and then all of a sudden I get porn in my face. I'm good.
Yeah, like there's like I'm a Discord user, hands down. I would love to get like work on Discord because it'd be just so nice. Right. We have Zoom and we have Microsoft Teams. So anytime I get something at work, like a meeting, I don't know if I'm gonna get Zoom or if I'm gonna have to get on Microsoft Teams. I don't like either of them.
No.
And I used to do Skype. Skype got really bad. And then I went to Discord. So.
Well, at least Discord's not as bad.
Yes.
I think like it'd be really
Agreed.
cool like if we all had like our Discord for our company and then we just had like our little channel. But then I would probably have to make another account and I don't want to make another account. I'm so lazy.
Because it's not like you can just like toggle a button like on if you have multiple accounts on Twitter or something else, you can just switch account real quick. You'd have to log out, sign in. I mean, sure, people could argue having the desktop app and the web browser open, but I don't want that. That's too much work.
Yeah. Well, as Lad says, none of the homies use Skype anymore.
Skype is trash.
That's so true. I mean, I do still because I do D&D on Tuesdays, but...
Why aren't they on Discord? What the heck?
I'm not the dungeon master. I don't know.
What is wrong with him?
What is wrong with him?
Jeez, not a good player experience.
He does a pretty good job.
I'm just talking about Skype, that's all.
Oh.
All right. Did you have any other thoughts on the Zoom lawsuit?
No, but I will say that's 1 for lawsuit, 0 for company for scoring here. Yeah. But I think we're about to be 2 for 0 soon. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So, keeping on the lawsuit train, there is some recent updates that came up with Activision Blizzard that we just wanted to announce to keep you up to date. So, like, we all know that this has been going on, and as of August 3rd, it was announced that Blizzard president J. Allen Brack had resigned. Former Vicarious, wow, I wish it was Vicarious because it sounds cooler, but former Vicarious Visions leader Jean O'Neill, yes, a woman, I'm hoping it's a woman, Jen. Wow, oh my god. Why did I say Jean? I know why I said Jean. I know why I said Jean, and it's extremely nerdy and really embarrassing, but thanks, My Hero Academia. Anyway. Fucking genist. Anyway. So, Jen O'Neill and one-time Xbox executive Mike Ybarra will step up to co-lead together. So that's really cool. Also, since this has happened, the same day, August 3rd, same day the guy resigned, a second lawsuit was filed against Activision Blizzard, this time for by an upset investor. So Gary Chang, filed the why can't I talk right now? Filed the class action lawsuit on August 3rd, as I said, for violation of securities laws. So the filing argues that Activision Blizzard failed to notify investors of the DFEH investigation and lawsuit, and that the omission of this the omission of this information exposed shareholders to unknown risks. And it's like basically a breach not to inform your shareholders of such a thing. So as of right now, that is the new updates to Activision Blizzard. So, yeah.
I mean, I think it was a very smart move for the president to just resign. I mean, how do you...
Yeah.
You can't sit there and be like, it's cool.
Yeah.
What's up?
At least he was making bank, because I don't know of any... I would hope not anybody would, like, immediately rehire him. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think he'll be without a job for quite a while.
Well, Latin says Mike Yarba is actually really awesome, and he's a good guy. And I think the duo, I think having both of them will be great, because not only do we have Mike Yarba, we also have Jen O'Neill, and it's nice to see, like, that there's a female that's also now present. So I think this will be good. I think having two people now leading it as opposed to one person is going to help. I think having a female in the leadership management position is going to help out a lot, because a lot of the frat boyisms are going to probably be abolished, which I hope so. And
I'm really happy.
I will be shocked.
Yeah, right. I'm really happy that it's both a man and a woman who's taking charge of this as well. I think having someone who can represent both sides and both sexes is really important, and I think it allows each side to keep each other in check and not let it lean too heavy one individual. Because like they're talking about like the frat boyism that has happened so far, but if it could make a complete reverse flip, you would hope it wouldn't, but it could with the wrong people. So I'm really happy to see they're trying to keep it balanced.
No. I think this will be good. And so now we're at 2 for lawsuit, 0 for company.
Yeah, that might go up to 3.
What? No.
Yeah. So.
You have more bad news, don't you?
So
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
So we.
Go ahead.
So Zoom and Activision Blizzard are not the only lawsuits going on, guys. But this one's been going on for a little while. So Epic Games.
I'm dying.
Oh, you guys couldn't see KP, but we both did that at the same time. Unplanned, like our yellow shirts. So.
Like our yellow shirts. It's a hint for something.
Yeah, right. So, Epic Games has been in a lawsuit of its own with Apple since August 2020. So this is the Epic Games versus Apple lawsuit. The trial ran from May 3rd to May 24th of 2021, with a verdict anticipated still later in this year. There has been no verdict yet. However, there's a lot of investigation going on. But this lawsuit was specifically related to Apple's iOS App Store practices, specifically Apple's restrictions on apps from having their own in-app purchasing methods outside of one offered by the App Store. So with their game Fortnite, Epic Games wanted to either bypass Apple or have Apple take less of a cut, because they are currently taking 30% pay cuts from anything that people like purchase from their App Store, which is a really hefty pay cut. Like, whoof. But Epic implemented changes in Fortnite intentionally on August 13th, 2020 to bypass the App Store payment system, which prompted Apple to block the game from their App Store, which led to Epic Games to file their lawsuit. Apple ended up filing a counter suit saying Epic Games purposely breached its terms of contract with Apple. And right now, because investigations are going in within the trial before an official verdict is made, Epic Game Store's financials are currently surfacing due to the ongoing Epic versus Apple trial, and it appears that the Epic Game Store will be losing money until 2027, largely due in part to their free game offerings that they started. I believe those started during COVID, but yeah, yikes. So that brings us to lawsuit number 3.
Well, I do have to say, if Epic gets rid of their free games, I'm gonna be so sad because I like their free game offerings.
I know they were throwing out some really big names for their free games.
They have.
It's like,
you know, and it's
go ahead.
compared to like what Xbox and PlayStation have been doing. They have been throwing out games that I'm like, cool, I don't have to buy this now.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, yay, I don't have to spend money on this one. Or then I'll get the point where I'm like, ah, crap, I did buy this one already. Shoot.
Yeah.
I've ran into that a couple times though, but it does suck that they're losing money because they're, I'm not mad at Epic. I've never been like, it's not like EA. Like everybody doesn't like EA. We all know this. Shove that one over there.
I will give EA a tiny bit of love because they're remaking Dead Space, but that's it.
That's the only tiny little love that they need.
Yep.
Beyond that, they're really not a great company.
What big ass company is a great company right now? There's not many. I'm not saying there isn't any, but there's most of the big companies are not that great.
No, they're not. Not all the companies are doing great. So
yeah.
I think we're in an era of we need to kind of refurbish, kind of restart a little bit, like bring fresh life into things. Get rid of the old, bring in the new.
It's like I think that also kind of slightly off topic, but kind of part of what you're saying is I think that has to do with a lot of like just people's hiring systems for jobs. Mm-hmm. Like think about everybody, they want a bachelor's degree or this X amount of years of experience instead of a bachelor's degree. And so like younger people and the younger generations who haven't had the time to get those years of experience yet, or still going through school, or even nowadays with the younger generations, more and more people are not going to further their education, but can still do exactly what they need programmers or any other jobs to do. So it's just, and I'm not saying there's pros and cons to asking for like those requirements, but I think if they start to kind of lessen that hold over a position, they might be able to find new, really amazing young talent who can help revitalize that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So.
I think we just need to get to that point.
Yeah.
Like we're not there yet, but we will be there soon, hopefully.
You would hope. Fingers crossed, yes. But this is interesting. I know I think Epic didn't pay attention to their free game this month because right now, I think I saw a pop-up. I could be wrong, but I think their free game right now is A Plague's Tale, and I could be wrong.
I'm gonna check.
But I saw it pop up for me when I turned my computer on today.
Like yay! Yes, A Plague Tale is free right now. Yes.
So the issue is PlayStation's free game right now is A Plague's Tale. Because I wanted to buy the game and I never bought it because it kind of like flopped. It got some bad reviews. And then I was like, well, maybe it's not as big of a purchase to worry about now. Maybe I'll just get it later down the road. And then I was like, ooh, PS Plus? Yes, thank you. I will take this. So, yeah, it's just kind of interesting. But, yeah, guys. Epic Games versus Apple. But it's not the only Apple news we got.
No, it's not. And I'm actually really happy about this news, too, because I think this is something that needs to be happening anyway. So Apple decided that it's actually going to step up its game and try to protect children. So the company says that it's actually going to scan U.S. iPhones, and it's looking for images of child sexual abuse. It will use a tool called Neural Hash, and that looks through your iCloud, and if it finds a match, a human then will come in and review the image. Now, if the company finds child pornography, your account is immediately disabled, and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children are notified. Now, parents, you don't need to worry, because those innocent photos you take of your child in the bathtub are totally fine. It's not that big of a deal. But the new updates for this will roll out as part this year as part of the updates to its operating software for iPhones, Macs, and Apple Watches. I just think this is great. I think there are a lot of issues where in the news we report on like child sexual abuse, child pornography, and all this other stuff, and to be able to like stop it before it gets out of hand, or before it becomes like something that's like there's 100 million of them already. I think this is great. And at the same time, I think it's also good that they're not just like, oh look, here's my child, they're playing in the tub, here's a tub picture, because we all know the tub pictures. We've all had the tub pictures growing up.
Oh, yeah.
Mom, why'd you take a picture of me in the tub? I was naked, what the heck? It's not okay. But I like that they're censoring it. So if this, like, let's say a kid picture of your child in the tub is something that gets caught, you know, like, then a human comes in, looks at it, analyzes it, and says no. So at least there's second eyes on it, which is good, because a lot of times there isn't that second eyes that you get when they put out these bots. I mean, look at Twitch, for instance, and all the bots that they put out, and it was like, and now you're just destroying us. Thanks.
Yeah, this makes me really happy, and like I hope it's kind of like a weird thing, because you hear, oh, they're gonna go scan your personal images and everything else. It kind of makes it feel like, ew, why are you doing that? I don't like that. But I think like their intent behind it is really good, because this child pornography is such a big issue. And I hope it catches and handle, I hope they catch and handle and maybe take care of really sick assholes.
Pretty much.
I don't know how else to put it other than that.
Just take care of the sick assholes, okay? Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Apple. Bye.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really not much to say about this story. Just that it's, applause for Apple for doing something right.
Yeah.
And making sure that we're helping kids and not having them exploited by sick assholes.
Yeah. So.
But there is news on the Sony front regarding PlayStation. and I think this is something that's going to make people really not happy.
No, I was really upset when I read it.
You wrote it.
I know, but I read it first before I wrote it, and I was sad. So, everyone, Sony has delayed the PlayStation exclusive Horizon Forbidden West into 2022. The game's release was initially targeted for a 2021 release exclusively for PlayStation and PC. Sorry, Microsoft, Xbox, get wrecked. But PlayStation,
get wrecked.
Yeah, get wrecked. PlayStation studio boss Herman Hulst said back in June that it was on track to release this holiday season, but stopped short of confirming an exact release date given how much the global pandemic has impacted video game development, especially for such a triple A game like this. They're doing mocap and everything else, so there's a lot more into it than like some like smaller time games who don't use things like mocap. But Jeff Grubb mentions that a potential September event from PlayStation will officially confirm the Horizon Forbidden West delay, while highlighting the games that will come to PlayStation this year. For those wondering if Horizon Forbidden West will be released exclusively on PlayStation 5 or for its console release, though, don't worry. It has officially been confirmed that it will be released on both PS4 and PS5. I'm assuming this is probably in a big part of the issues with the chips and the delays of even being able to get PS5s out in the market. I'm one of the lucky few who happen to have gotten her hands on one. But no new release date has been stated, but this will only add to the really big PC game roster that we will have in 2022. Because, like, they are ramping up for some huge releases next year, which is freaking awesome. But I'm a huge Horizon Zero Dawn fan, and I was really excited for this. I'm really excited for even, like, the underwater sequences and getting to really explore new areas. So, yeah. I don't know if you were a Horizon Dawn person or not.
I played a little bit of it. I have it on PlayStation 4, and I think my problem is I'm very ADD with video games, unfortunately. So if it's a game that and I think it's also because I don't really like playing single player games as much. So
That is
I
fair.
have a hard time. I have a really hard time. Like, I need somebody to talk to, or I'm just like, I can't do this.
I'm the same way though. I am a multiplayer gamer. I love to people gaming with friends for sure. And I just completed my first single player game in years. And that was just because like it was free when I got my PlayStation 5. It was The Last Guardian, and it's like just a really mysterious, you have a lot of questions platformer puzzle game. And I've always wanted to play this game, and it was really intriguing. And it made me cry, so yeah, it was great. And I was just hooked. And I need more platformer games that are like it, because it was amazing. But, yeah.
I mean, I really liked, from what I played of Horizon Zero Dawn, I really liked the gameplay. I thought the gameplay was very fascinating. I thought the idea of mixing the robotic animals with the fact that she was not, she's in basically almost like a futuristic environment. I thought that was really cool. I could only see like how Horizon Forbidden West could be even better, how they could make it better, how it could improve, like what changes they could make. It's like have you ever played any of the Lara Croft stuff? Like the new Lara Croft. So like the very first one, you're like, oh, this is kind of cool. I get it. It's different. And then when you get to the second one, you're like, oh, they advanced things. They made it so much better. And then when you get to the third one, you're like, oh, they made it even more advanced and very different. So I can only see how the advancements are going to take place. And I think that's what's going to make it fun and exciting. Will I play it? Probably not, just because I really have a hard time with single player games. But that doesn't mean that I don't love watching those kinds of things. It doesn't mean that I don't love like seeing what other people think of those. And that's the thing. Like, if you guys get a chance to play this game, let us know what you think. Like, we want to know too, because even though Morgan's probably gonna play it, and I'm gonna sit back in those stands going, "Oh my God, go! You're the best! You're the best!" I still want to know what other people think. I mean, because you're gonna be like, "Ah, yeah, that was amazing," or "Man, that sucked," but
Yeah.
We'll have either way. I don't know, but I think it's great. But I also understand too why they pulled it back a little bit, and I know that kind of sucks. I know it's gonna hurt people, but sometimes delays are better.
Yes.
It gives developers a chance to create a game that's not as buggy. I mean, look at when they released Cyberpunk. Everybody was like, yeah, this is gonna be great, and then it was super buggy, and everybody was mad and super upset, and took them forever to fix it. And I would rather have a company sit back and say, nope, we got to delay this because we're not ready yet, and we want to make sure this is the perfect game for you, as opposed to just going, here, enjoy, bye.
I 100% agree. Like, if they get, like, as much as it sucks for a video game to delay, as long as I get a really freaking good game after the delay, I could care less. Now, if you're giving me something that's mediocre or just trash, and it's like, why did you even delay if you were going to give me this? Like, come on.
If you're going to give me trash, just give me trash. Just give it to me already.
Exactly.
Give me the trash. Just give me the trash. Trash monkey it already. I want a trash panda.
Yes, trash pandas, for sure. But I hope this means that they're going to do really well. I mean, I have high hopes for this game. They did a fantastic job with the first one. It's going to take a lot for them to reach the low bar of Cyberpunk 2077. So, they have at least that as their ground to beat right now. So,
well, I do have to say, like, they have an advantage. Cyberpunk 2077 screwed up immensely. Take it as an example. Don't do that.
Exactly. Exactly. And they screwed up after large amounts of delays, and then like making their workers do insane amounts of overtime. They have the upper hand here. They're gonna do fine. And if they don't, I'm gonna be like, Did you learn nothing?
Did you learn nothing? Well, Tubby says, you know, he likes to play alone and he steers away from multiplayer games, but I think I'm turning him a little bit.
Yes. We just gotta get him. We just gotta get him on a game of golf with friends with you and I.
Oh my gosh! Right? We'll make that happen again. We'll have a whole community night. We'll do golf with friends. It'll be good. It'll be fun.
Everybody's fucking making fun of me, and I'm just taking it seriously.
You were so serious.
I get competitive. So I go serious mode because I want to do good.
You were so competitive. You were just like, no, you will not knock me off of the course. And I'm like, dink, bye. I will hurt you next time. I come in last place anyway. I'm like, whatever.
It's like that little thing that most people don't know about me until they just see it happen. Oh, she's probably not the oh, fuck, she's competitive. Yes, I am. Get destroyed.
At least you're not competitive when we play Phasmo.
No, that's different. I think that's different. That's not like there's not scores. If I die, I'm at the point, if I die, I die. I really like being in the van, and two of my fellow people I stream that game with and like to make fun of me and yell at me for it. And like, why do you like being in the van? Because I get to work with cameras, but you work with cameras for your day job. Who cares? I'm living my dream. Shut up.
I like to watch the bubbles.
I do. I want to see the orbs.
We're a little bit on the tangent, but the latest update, I am scared to death because they're like, oh yeah, did you know that when you get haunted, that if you make a noise, the ghost will actually turn around and come after you? And I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah, they are making them smarter, and it's a little scary.
I mean, if they become like real life, like to the point of like how actual ghosts are, for those who believe in them, I'm gonna be like, That's me running away as fast as I can.
I'm not someone who gets scared, but I can occasionally get startled. And when I first started playing the game, I got startled quite a bit because it's like it's all just right there in your ears and everything else. Yeah. And that was what it was like. I believe in the paranormal. I'm gonna throw that out there right now. I don't care if y'all know. And I've had what I believe are my own experiences, and so it's just kind of like takes those other feelings I have in the back of my mind and just brings them back. And I'm like, no, me no right. Like, yeah. So.
Well, and it makes it so like it's so deafened that you're just like, yes. I can hear everything. Like it's almost like people that are high and are like, I can hear my fingers.
I can taste my thoughts.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Except you're like, I'm in a video game, and oh my gosh,
yeah,
this person's coming after me.
The best thing, it's like it's been, it's like basically in an alpha and in a beta and everything else. And the best thing that Phasma does is how slow they make you, to much of our annoyance, and the audio, because those two together is what just psychologically screws you up.
Well, because as yourself, like your physical self. If you heard something, you'd be like, I'm out of here. Running as fast as you could.
Why are you so slow?
Like, I move this slow. I'm like, come on. Can I just get into a classroom, please?
Yeah, right.
And anybody who's actually like played that game with me, and Morgan, I know you have, can like attest to this. I will sit there and I'll be like, no, I just want to get into a place. Let me in. No, let me in. Please let me in. Okay, now everybody shut up.
We did say golf with friends, Dreaded, and hello.
Hello, Dreaded. Yes, Tubby, you're gonna play. Don't give me that okay, maybe. It's more like okay, yes.
I have ways of knowing where you live. You are playing with us. Anyway.
So this is gonna be like one of my favorite things. Eventually I'm hoping I can make this into something for us, like down the road. considering this is like my first one. I'm really excited. So I have a little, so like we're gonna switch gears, and I'm actually doing a little tutorial kind of thing. And I took video. So when you guys listen to me and everything, the video I have is me actually doing this. And my Discord is not like this anymore. I mean, it's not like the normal Discord. It's all spruced up. So if you're actually looking to spruce up your Discord, look no further than Better Discord. So I had a chance to try this out, and I think it looks really cool. And it's really not hard either. So all you have to do is you just download Better Discord app. And don't worry, I'll put the link in our Discord after the show, so you guys have it, so you can check it out. And from there, Discord will basically reset itself, and just like that, in a blink, just like a snap, you're in Better Discord mode. Now, I looked around and I poked around and just checking to see what you have with the new app, and there are quite a few settings for this whole thing. It's got like a laundry list that you can go through. But then if you want to add like a fun theme, you have to go to the website and you browse through the list and you just download. Now, it's really easy. All you have to do is from there, you download the file. You'll then take the file and drag that file into your theme folder, and then it's on Discord for you. And you're good. You just turn it on and you got your theme. Now you can also add, so I found this out. So apparently you can add many themes you want, and you can apparently turn on several of them at one time. Now if you do, it will actually combine the different themes together. Now I won't lie, I found this out by chance, okay? So I was just playing around on Discord and I was like, click, oh, what? There's two themes on top of each other. And you could play around with it, see which themes work and which ones don't. And then you can also add several plugins as well. There's like a laundry list of plugins. I didn't add any of the plugins yet. I didn't see any that I really wanted. But one of the themes that I really love the most is actually Dark Neon. So if you try this out, let us know what you think and what themes or plugins you're using. I would love to know, because I just want to see if I would want to use them or not. And I hope you guys have a lot of fun with this. I kind of showed Morgan some of the different themes that you can get. So she went through and she was kind of looking through some of them and everything. But there's a lot. Some of them are based on video games. Some of them are based on just like color themes, depending on what you're looking for. I don't know if any of them stood out to you, but I really like the Dark Neon. And then I have it's like dark matter or something like that that's over it right now. So it creates this really cool effect on top of each other, and it's really fascinating.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't have any there was a couple that looked really intriguing to me in terms of the color and how everything looked. So I'm really interested to actually go and mess around with it afterwards to see how it looks. But yeah, I mean, I think this is really cool that we're able to actually do this. And yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear Dan's TV out behind me because he is so loud right now. Holy crap.
No, I don't hear him.
Oh, good. Because you guys would hear battle horns right now or something. I don't know what is happening. But...
That's even better while I'm doing a tutorial.
Anyway.
That's so amazing.
But I think this is so freaking cool. You showed me before we even went live. You shared your screen just to show me what your two overlays together look like, and it looks sweet. And I need to go and do this to my Discord now.
Right? But what I love is even though you have maybe you have Discord on your phone or whatever, I have Discord on mine.
Yeah.
It doesn't mess with it. You could still use Discord on your phone and it'll be the original look. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't sit there and go malfunctioning, can't use this, whatever. It just lets it play out like it's normal. And then when you're on your computer, it can be completely different. You can have plugins and themes and everything else. And I'm hoping they add to it because, like I said, there was so many things that they added. And all of them are free to download. And it's just simple as just dragging and dropping, and that's it. Nothing crazy. Just drag and drop. Turn on. You're done.
That's great. I love how simplistic it is.
Best tutorial ever. Right.
I love how easy it is. And yes, Tubby, I do seem to know where everyone lives. I either have ways of finding out, or I either do, or I'm totally lying to you. But either way, it's still a good threat.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a perfect threat.
Yeah. But there's actually other Discord news.
Yeah, so So now that you can actually customize your Discord, you may be adding a new channel to your list. Well, I don't know if you're going to add this, but from what I found out, GameStop's Discord channel, well, GameStop has one for first off, I can't believe they have one. Well, actually, I can, but it's a mess. It's a hot mess. There was an influx of new users, and it seemed like the channel just couldn't handle all of it. But from what I found out, once GameStop gets everything in order, it is hoping to add 3 other channel sections. So one will be for announcements, another one will be for role selection, another one for media and streams channels. And then another will be for a community where people can talk about video games, tabletop games, and give feedback. And the last one will be for esports. But only time will tell if this Discord channel idea will actually help or break the company. So we'll have to keep an eye on this one and see how they do in the future. I'm not quite sure how this is gonna work out for them because I feel like they're just trying. They're like little fish in the water, or like little people like trying to breathe.
I mean, hey, now you gotta try. You gotta try it to see if it works. And I think for what they are, I think they have a really. I think this could work for them if they do it and implement it right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, coming from the marketing side of things, because I do a lot of marketing, this could be a really smart move for them, especially like with streaming and everything. If they're doing like a channel for streaming or even esports, are they gonna make their own esports team?
They might.
That could be something they do down the road. It may not happen right away, but this could end up leading to that avenue. Think about it. If you have this channel and they're putting out streamers, that's another way for for basically scouts for esport talent could go and find them. Like, it's the kind of this thing that outside things could even end up getting assisted from it, weirdly enough.
Right.
So, I don't know. I think it could work if they do it properly, but it's also GameStop, so I don't know about that.
It's also GameStop. Right. GameStop, which had the issue where like their stocks took off and then it plummeted real fast. Yeah, GameStop is I feel like GameStop doesn't take advantage of enough things overall for them to feel like they're actually getting out of water. I feel like they just kind of stick with their plan A. This has worked all the time, and it's like, no, you need to evolve and change with time, or you're not going to get anywhere. So I feel like we're just stuck with them, and I don't know if this Discord thing is going to do them any good or not. I mean, I would be interested to see like what people think, their feedback, but I also belong to like probably 100 Discord channels. So I don't know if I'll be joining them.
Yeah, I don't belong to nearly as many as you, and I'm already like, nah, I don't want any more. Like, right? I can't keep... Like, I have never been in so many Discords in my life since I started streaming.
I mean, it's almost like I gotta catch them all or something like that.
Oh, maybe. Maybe.
Discord, gotta catch them all. You know it's my destiny, Discord.
Speaking of where you can catch them all, though, I'm sure we all know, and if you don't, have you been living under a rock? How?
That's what I was gonna say. What?
How? So we have some angry fans for Pokemon Go, but so fans have directed their anger specifically towards Niantic after they reverted its pandemic-related changes to the game. Most prominently, the distance at which Pokestops and technically Pokestop gyms can be interacted with. Pokemon Go prides itself on its community-based gameplay and the size of its fan base. The company actually stayed quiet over the issue for some time. However, Niantic has finally offered a response to the upset community. In response, they explained that their decision to revert the interaction distance from 80 meters back to 40 meters was made because it wants people to connect to real places in the real world and visit places that are worth exploring. Niantic went on to say that it has heard the community loud and clear surrounding the changes to the Pokestop gym interaction distance. The team said, "We are assembling an internal cross-functional team to develop proposals designed to preserve our mission of inspiring people to explore the world together, while also addressing specific concerns that have been raised regarding interaction distance." So, Niantic said they would also be reaching out to community leaders in the coming days and that the studio will share its findings on September 1st. It is unclear what these proposals may be and if they will actually satisfy the community. But I'm kind of surprised personally that Niantic was removing the pandemic-related changes so soon, especially now with the Delta variant coming out and bringing so much more worry. I thought they would have waited longer to change these. And I necessarily didn't even think they would actually ever change them because I think it helped them stay afloat during this time of the pandemic. And there's a lot of people who they don't have the ability to always go out. Like for me, I barely have time to go play Pokemon Go. And I actually love playing Pokemon Go. It was a big thing that my boyfriend and I did together. But I don't know, it's interesting. I don't really know what this freaking cross-functional team of developers are really gonna propose. But yeah, I don't know. Do you have any thoughts?
I just think pulling the plug right now is not the best idea.
Agreed.
I mean, we have the Delta variant that's out right now. It's been growing, and to put people in a situation where, I mean, yes, I get it. People got vaccinated. Yes, I get people that are unvaccinated. But I mean, for some things though, some people are still not going, like, especially with the Delta variant. Like for me, I'm like, well, I'm going to start masking back up, and that's my personal choice, and I stand by it. And if people don't want to mask up, that's their personal choice, and I'm not going to get in their way over it. But I just feel like putting more and more people together in closed situations is not like a good idea. I mean, also, we don't know in a nutshell if like any of these people are actually vaccinated or not. So it like becomes a situation of how much of a risk are we going to put ourselves into at that point? Mm-hmm. And I mean, also too, like it gets to the point of, are we going back to when Pokemon Go first was released, where people were like running into the middle of the streets? You remember that? They were running in the middle of the streets. They were doing like the stupidest things and getting hurt. And it's like, are we going to go back to that part of our life now again, where people are just dumb? I mean, we already know they're dumb, some people, but you know, like society is going to take and run with this. And I know everybody wants to get back into a life of normalcy and everything, but honestly, I don't think we're ever going to be quote unquote normal anymore. I mean, we're going to have to adapt and change to the pandemic era of what society, and to do this to people. And like you said, not everybody can get out, and it's not even just the fact of like we're stuck in jobs, but like what about people who are like disabled? Like not everybody can just go run out that are disabled and just run to a Pokestop and feel like, I'm gonna play, you know?
That was my first thought too, like when I read all of this. Like my dad doesn't play Pokemon Go by any means, but he's disabled and he can get around easier than other disabled people, don't get me wrong. But having this open up the avenue to disabled people, or even people who like just didn't have the freedom to even play. It really opened this game up to them and finally allowed them to really play it. So it's something that I think they're really hindering themselves on. And I'm just surprised they're doing it already. And I was thinking about it, like, what's going to happen to the remote raid passes? Are they going to get rid of them? Because if so, that's stupid, because you buy them with Pokecoins. Right. And some people, the diehard people who really, really want to be able to do this stuff, pay real life money for those Pokecoins. That's how they get a lot of their income for Niantic. And for me, I like playing Pokemon Go. I have my friend Tyler who lives up in Gaylord, so 3 hours away, and he'll occasionally like invite me to a raid that's by him, and I get to actually play with each other through a mobile app where we never used to be able to do that before.
Right.
So
it'll be interesting. I don't know. I mean, especially with the fact that a lot of the stuff with the Delta variants coming out, they might change their mind back. I mean, a lot of people, like even just schools alone, schools have been changing their minds on what they're doing and they're revamping up masks again. So anything can happen at this point. We just have to wait it out and see what the actual proposals are. We have to wait to see what they decide on. And as Latin says, they turned Pokemon Go back to Pokemon Go back outside again. They did, but like we said, we have to just be careful and we have to just, wait and see what the actual results are going to be. And until that happens, we'll give an update.
Yeah. I mean, just a side thought as well on this. There's this whole, I'm blanking on the name of the website, but I've used it, where you can go and basically put on your trainer code and everything. You can put on what Pokemon are in your area that you're willing to trade and what you're looking to trade. And you actually can go add friends on it from all over the world and use this to basically get more experience, create those friendships, send gifts, get eggs from across the world, and maybe get stuff that you can't get because you're not in their region. Or you can trade the regional stuff with each other. And I'm not sure on this, but I would assume websites like that had a nice boost, or even the Discord servers got a nice boost from people being stuck at home because they needed more people. And a lot of people died off from... They got off of Pokemon Go. They didn't die off. Sorry, I need to rephrase that. But
they just died off.
They died off.
Well, we kind of
COVID killed them. But
oh. Too soon. Too soon.
It is a bit too soon. I'm sorry. But they did not die off. They just left the game because I had a hard time playing the game during COVID, and I still am because we're not done with COVID, and it's just it was something that Dan and I, a group of friends, would go out and do the community days at the mall that we live near, and it's just we haven't really been playing it much. We'll hop on it occasionally, but it's made it more difficult for me. But I could see in other ways it helped people, and this distance thing that they allowed, I think, really aided them and aided the people who were the diehards during the pandemic, and I'm surprised that they're switching it.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. Like I said, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
that's all we can do.
We'll keep an eye on it and update it, like you said. But we have plenty of more updates though to discuss.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to give you guys. Oh, excuse me. I just want to give you guys a quick update on the Diablo 4. Some fans of the series did some snooping, and they found evidence that the game could be close to completion or even finished already. Ooh. This information was posted on Reddit. According to the post, Blizzard got an update a few days ago. The version jumped from 0.0.1 to 0.2. Now, this is great news because it's showing that the game has moved from moved into a beta or a more stable state as the company is getting ready to move it forward into a more releasable quality, but it's still not clear when the game will be officially released to the public. And for those who are wondering, it's not clear if the lawsuit has played a major role in whether the game's development has been interrupted either. So we'll keep our eyes on this story as it develops. And I also wanted to state too that regarding the Diablo franchise, that the beta for Diablo 2 Resurrected was actually leaked. Now, I don't know how many of you guys actually pre-ordered Diablo 2, but if you have, you'll be able to join the beta on August 17th, according to the rumors that I found. Now, we'll see next week if this is true or not. So I'm hoping so because I am a huge Diablo fan, so I am looking forward to that. And hopefully it'll be good news. But it's good to say, at least through the leakage. I guess that's a good word to use. I don't know. That sounds terrible. Maybe I should not use that word.
That sounds a little grody.
Maybe I shouldn't use that word. But it's nice to see through the rumorville. How about that? Rumorville, that we're seeing progress in Diablo 4. We're seeing progress in Diablo 2. Whether or not these are true will be still what we need to wait for and find out. Now, next Tuesday, if that is true for Diablo 2, you bet your dollar that I will be on that game. Finding out what is the beta version for it. Though I do hope it's nothing changed. It shouldn't be. It's just a remake of the classic Diablo 2, which
Just
was
updated.
amazing. It's an updated version with beautiful graphics for us Diablo folk. But as far as Diablo 4 goes, if it's true that they actually upgraded it into a more beta or stable, version of it, then we should be hopefully getting news of a release. Now, granted, I'm not expecting anything this year, and I hope nobody is either, but maybe early next year or mid next year, that would be amazing. And I would be even okay if they said, okay, look, we still want to play with it, see where it falls and everything, maybe add more characters, figure out what else we want to do with it. Let's push it to, a year after that. Fine. You still gave me Diablo 2. I now have Diablo 2 for like 2 years before you bring out D4. So I'm good. I'm solid for a while. You got my attention. We're good. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see what happens, especially like Diablo 4. I know it looked freaking awesome when they revealed it, and I'm excited to see what happens. I'm also really excited to see how, in the light of the Activision and Blizzard lawsuits, how the company will handle it, and how hopefully the games will become better for it. So
I think so. I mean, like I said, Diablo 2 is just a remake. They're making it with better graphics so that we can play the game over and over again and have 8 people on a map with us as opposed to just 4. But as far as D4 goes, maybe because of the fact that now it's going to be co-leading, maybe that will help with the production and the value of the product. But at the same time, I'm hoping that the lawsuit is not having any like interruptions to the video game production or development process, because I mean, that's a separate division. This is something else. So we don't really know overall, but I'm hoping that they kind of just went, nope, let's keep them separated. Keep them separated.
Sadly, at this point, only time will really tell,
Yeah.
So.
But we have another update to a game that you are madly in love with.
Yes,
I don't know if madly in love with is the right word, but you are in love with.
I love it. I love it so much. So, everybody, we got a Dead Space remake update. If you're excited for it, well, here you go. So, sources...
If not, too bad.
Exactly. Sources familiar with the development of the Dead Space remake... Sources familiar with the development of the Dead Space remake being developed by EA Motive said that Dead Space could launch as early as fall 2022. This is definitely sooner than I certainly have expected, especially since this was only officially announced last month, and very little since then has even been shared. So now internally, though, because this came from external sources, internally at EA, according to a report that was released by GamesBeat, EA is anticipating a Dead Space launch during its 2023 fiscal year. EA has stated that we haven't shared a release date for the game, and we don't have any comment based on the current rumor and speculation, but we are glad people are excited for the game. And that's about it for the update. I hope it doesn't come out until 2023, because I want to make sure they do it right. For things that they have showed thus far, it seems really, really promising. I'm super excited for it. If it makes it could work coming out in 2022, because it's only a remake. They have all the base stuff, so it may not be as much work as my brain likes to think it is, but it's still a lot of work. And I just want them to do it right. Delay this if you need to, as long as I get a good game.
Don't worry, I'll be the one with popcorn going, go Morgan, go Morgan, go Morgan.
I tell you what, it has some good like horror moments for sure. So
then when you don't do well, take the popcorn and throw it at the screen. Morgan, you screwed up. You screwed up.
Just let me know, because like popcorn's my favorite snack. So like I'll pretend like I'm trying to catch it. Or I'll so I always feel like people don't like the sound of like crunching sounds like through the mic, but it's really hard because a lot of times when I stream, I like to have a snack, but I don't snack, so I'm like, maybe I'll have some like ASMR people out there who like the crunchy popcorn, but I won't really eat this popcorn, but I guess I won't because I'm going to stream. But guys, I always, when I'm streaming, I almost always wish I had a bowl of popcorn with me.
Well, I don't know if you were ever there, like, speaking of eating while you're streaming, I don't know if you were ever there when I had, like, pretzels or something like that, or chips, but I always sat there, I was like, I just love these so much. Like, literally, that's all you heard as I'm doing this. And I was streaming with Druzy, and Druzy's just like, oh, the beautiful sounds of crunching. And I'm just like, I'm sorry. I'm just really hungry right now. I didn't get a chance to eat anything. I'm so hungry. Yes.
So, like, my new mic has really good, like, noise cancellation. So, I'm hoping maybe I can munch with it.
I don't know. We'd have to test it out.
We'll have to test it out. I really hope so, because that'll make everything a game changer, guys.
Oh, no.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh,
no. But, like, it was funny, because, I mean, I'm sure everybody knew what I was doing, but when I had my old mic and it was closer to me, and I had, like, the pop filter and everything, I would sometimes be like, hide behind it and be like, ow. And I'd like mute I would actually mute my mic on my stream and like hide behind and like pretend I'm like, and then I'd go back, unmute, and be like, all right, guys, let's
go. That's where you start playing with others and you just let them keep talking.
Exactly. They're I'm like, like I've had like super something while on stream because it's at least a quieter thing. I'm not a slurper, so you know exactly. I'm not like no, that's not me. But okay, guys, we were talking about Dead Space.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's totally cool. Because now we'll have every part of us eating clipped on Twitch.
That's fine. It'll live there forever.
Perfect. And then we'll have a compilation of it.
Yes.
Ooh.
You know, there's another game that I remember, like, always, like, I'd always, funny enough, just gaming while eating. My brother and I always played Halo together. Like, all the time. It was a huge, like I said last week, it was a huge, like, bonding game for my brother and I. And we would always, like, before we would game, we'd go get out the bag of Flaming Hot Cheetos. My brother and I used to have, like, this war over who could handle the most spicy food. And we are both, like, spicy food lovers. And so we were huge Flaming Hot Cheetos fans. So we would, like, grab the Flaming Hot Cheetos, and we'd sit in the living room or wherever we're gaming, and we just basically eat the entire bag of Flaming Hot Cheetos while playing Halo. So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad to know that you're a Halo fan.
Yes!
So you're probably really excited about this next story then.
Yes! I really wanted to steal it from you, but I didn't have the heart to ask.
I'm sorry. You can't.
I know.
Sorry. I gave you the better one. It's fine. I gave you a good one. I did give you a good one.
You did give me a good one, and you don't play the game, so it's better that I talk about it anyway.
Well, I used to play it.
Okay, but you don't play with me, so it doesn't count.
What? Hold up.
Oh no! Discord just came up because Owen almost fell off. Owen is laying. The Discord B-roll started playing again because Owen is laying on my thing, and he like rolled towards me and then almost fell off my desk just now, and I did like this weird catch thing, but he like kicked his leg and it kicked my mouse into my keyboard and somehow clicked it onto the Discord. So Owen is really excited for the new Discord stuff, guys.
Yes. All right. Well.
Anyway, Halo. Go ahead.
Halo. All you Halo fans, listen up, because I'm only gonna say this once, and that's it. If you want to include it in your everyday life, you can now have Master Chief give you directions. That's right. Give you directions.
He can give me
Waze
directions
is adding
any
Master
day.
Chief's Waze is adding Master Chief's voice to its navigation app. It was part of a partnership between Microsoft 343 Industries and Waze. And to make things even more fancy, it might be possible to change your car icon to a warthog or a ghost. They might also be adding a feature so you can change your profile mood to feature the face of the Spartan or alien war chief. Now, it's not clear how long this feature will be around, but if you go to the My Ways section on the app and select the Halo banner, you can bring the Halo experience to life. I kind of want to know what he says. I kind of want to know, like, I wonder if he's like, "Turn here, dumbass." Like, I really hope that's like part of it.
He doesn't swear, so he wouldn't say dumbass. But
you know who would? Gears of War.
Yes, yes, he would.
He probably would be like, "Turn here, dumbass."
I don't use Waze, and this makes
either.
me like want to change my mind. Like I this like literally when this was announced, I'm like, guys, I might have to download Waze. Like my biggest.
If you download it, can you please take video and then post it on social for us?
I would love to.
just to like, you don't even need to do the full trip. Just do like part of the trip.
Guys, do you want the full trip? Because it's just gonna be Master Chief telling me where to go and me singing music. So, I mean, if that's what you guys really want for your daily content, I guess I can make it happen. I have a GoPro. I can suction cup it to my windshield and make it happen. Yeah, I'll just turn on the Halo 2 theme song and be like, "Dur, dur, dur, dur," and then he'd be like, "Turn right." Dur, 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 dur. I will make this happen.
Totally make this happen. This needs to happen for social.
Guys, that'll be my breakout video on TikTok, right?
You're like, I get credit because I suggested it.
So this makes me really want to download Waze, and it just makes me really sad that it's only on Waze, because like I'm a Google Maps person until I got my new car, and I have a newer vehicle, so now it has like the built-in navigation system, and so I just use that now because, sorry phone, you're obsolete now. So in terms of navigation, I have it right there. However, sometimes my phone is still slightly more accurate because it's like,
yeah,
you know, so sometimes I like double check and be like, "Nah, you lying to me. This way's 3 minutes faster. I'm going this way." Like I'll do that before I go to work, especially because like where I go to and from work, there's a lot of construction right now, and Techyries flipped and caused more construction, and then there was a sinkhole and caused even more construction, and it's like, come on, my commute sucks now. But
well, I mean, like,
this makes me excited.
I mean, I think I used Waze like maybe like a handful of times, but I'm not a huge Waze person. I like using Google just like you do. You know what's funny though is like I use Google if it's like somebody gives me their address and I need to go there, or it's like I found something on my phone and I need to go there, because to me it's such a pain in the butt to put it into the actual navigation, because you're like,
sometimes they don't even find it.
Right, exactly. So like it's easier for me to just like, okay, it's on my phone, click go, let's do this. So I mean, I think it's cool that Waze has like, because they've added all kinds of things. They've added like, well, now they have, you know, Master Chief, but they had like Cookie Monster.
Yes.
That was a big one. I think like Samuel L. Jackson was on there at one point.
Yeah. I think
so
Morgan
like
Freeman might have been, but I may also not be remembering that properly.
I thought Whoopi was also on there. I could be wrong about that one. I don't know.
All I know is like my dad, so like before like we had this availability and everything, my dad used to have like one of the Garmin GPSs, and him and I, it was just him and I, we did a road trip down to see my grandparents in down to Florida, and I found out he hates the British accent. Just he doesn't know why, like British, like female British accents for whatever reason pisses him off, and I don't know if there's like a story behind it, or like he just for whatever reason, like in a quick moment he doesn't understand them quickly enough. I don't know what it is. Or it's also, my dad is also just someone for shock and awe, and he could have just been lying just to kind of like get a reaction out of me. But we went to we stopped at a gas station, and I was able to change his Garmin into a female British voice. And it drove him insane the entire trip, and I loved it. And I'm not even kidding. I went and looked to see if I could change the voice on my car to a British male, and it has no voice options, and I'm really upset.
Oh.
Like,
that's kind of lame.
I want a British dude talking to me in my car.
So I have a
even better, Master Chief.
So mine, I did Google, and I use a female British for direction. So
Okay,
like
yeah.
I'll be in the car and it's hilarious because it'll be like, get onto the slip road, and I'm like, cool.
I love it. I love it. This actually makes me really, really excited. I've debated downloading Waze multiple times since they announced it. I know my
Well,
one.
now you're gonna have to, so we can have the experience of featuring what Master Chief is like, telling you how to get to from point A to point B.
I'm not kidding. I'm gonna.
You just have no
I'm
choice
gonna
now.
have to.
You have to do it.
That's fine. You're not really twisting my arm.
I know.
So it's totally fine. And you guys like playing the Halo theme. Guys, I did that 2 days ago in my car. So,
bam. We now have a social
happen.
media video.
It can happen.
Now I want to say, so you were all like, "Oh man, it doesn't count that you didn't play this game with me." Okay, yes, I have played Minecraft. I did not play it with you, but I will say this.
Doesn't matter. You didn't play with me.
But I will say this: I played it with my little brother, so it was another bonding experience.
I guess that's acceptable.
Hold on, it gets even better. We created the what was it? The crap. Oh crap, it just escaped my brain. We created the lab from Flash.
Oh, okay, like Star Labs and everything?
We made Star Labs from Flash.
Nice.
We made the bar like dance club that was in that was an arrow. We literally put the symbols above the building, like up in the air above the buildings. And then on top of that, we started building Wayne Mansion. And we put the symbol above there too. So just because I haven't played with you doesn't mean that I don't understand it.
Well, I'm just saying it doesn't count as much.
Okay, as much, that's fine.
I mean, like, you should get it on PC so you can play with me.
I think I have it. I might.
I thought you said you had it on the Xbox.
I have it on Xbox, but I think I might have a version on PC. I might have to look though.
Well, you better check it out. Because, like, it just came out with its brand new update of, actually, technically, it's no longer 1.17. It's now 1.17.1. So,
what?
Yeah. They came out with their new patch. So, get good and join me.
Get good. Get wrecked.
Because, like, all my normal Minecraft people are just kind of like, meh, right now. They're being little buttholes. And I'm like, I just want to play the new freaking update. But Minecraft is a game that I can't play extremely long by myself unless I'm streaming. If I'm streaming it, because I have usually people interacting with me, or I am committed and I'm not going to change the game because I want to get this thing done that I plan to get done on stream. So yeah.
Right.
But
well, let me ask you this. What is your favorite thing to do in Minecraft?
Build and decorate. Like, I am the go-to decorating person. Everybody asks me to decorate everything. But I mean, I really like mining too, surprisingly. And that's why I'm really excited to get into this new update, is because there's a lot more in terms of different things that you can mine, in terms of ores and everything else. There's new creatures if you get far enough within caves and everything else. It's just, I think it's going to be really freaking cool. And I also have, like, badass texture packs that make everything look medieval and even better. And I just really enjoy, like, the decoration and being able to do stuff. And I really enjoy how I am able to do that with other people. And how it can be such a community. Now my question is, how do I move?
No. My next question is, are you going to try this next story?
No. Definitely not.
What?
Maybe once.
Lame.
Maybe once. But I'll explain why after I, like, tell everybody what this is. So, for any of us who play, like, Minecraft players, we know that traveling in Minecraft can sometimes be a bit of a pain, or at least not extremely fast. But maybe not anymore? I still feel like it might be a bit of a pain with this one, though. So, a Minecraft player has recently found a new way of transportation. All you need is a boat, a few blacks, some wheat, and a huge crowd of cows. So what you have to do...
Did you just say cows?
Yes, I said cows.
Okay.
So all you have to do is basically make a platform that is even with the height of the cows, or maybe just slightly above it, and place your boat on the very top block, get in it, in your offhand, like pull out the wheat, because you can pull out wheat and stuff. You can have stuff in your hands when you're in the boat. And the cows, because you breed cows with wheat and they want to eat, they'll all come to you, and then row forward and land on top of the cows. And you just row in the direction you want, and they will follow. The only reason, like, you just basically continue that way until you reach your destination. But in my opinion, you need a lot of cows. Like, there's a video that the person put out of what it looked like, and I wasn't able to, like, easily grab it where I could show you guys. But he had a crap ton of cows. I'm assuming he was probably in creative mode. That way he could actually do a bunch of spawn eggs and spawn in a bunch of cows. And it doesn't look... Knowing how many cows are typically anything, unless you take plenty of time to breed them bad boys and get yourself a huge crowd the hard way, it's going to take a long time to be able to do this mode of travel. And you have to have a large enough crowd to be around you where if you move forward, you don't fall off. Because you can't get back on the cows unless you build another, like, ramp platform thing to then redo it. So it could be a little faster with land travel, but at the same time, will it be? And I don't know for sure. Maybe I'll trust it out one day on stream and we can see how it works.
I just think it'd be hilarious.
Oh, like, it looks really
your character
funny.
And you're just like, I'm just rowing on cows.
It's like you can row on actual land too. You're just slower.
Right.
And you can't go up like any, like you have to stay on one level. So the cows could help get past that. Because anytime you come to like somewhere where you have to lift up, you'd have to break your boat, and then get going again.
It's just a new term. It brings a whole new term to like crowd surfing. It's cow surfing.
Yeah. I love it. It's funny.
They'll definitely move you.
Yes, they will. Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
usually I'm the one who goes there, guys.
I went there. Yeah! Give myself a high five.
But yeah, that's what it is. It's cow surfing.
Cow surfing.
Kind of interesting. We'll see how it works one day, maybe. Maybe not. It's just a pain in the butt.
It really is. It looks like it is a little bit of a pain, but it was still funny to watch. How many cows
the visual was really funny.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Any other thoughts?
No, I think we had like, I just think overall this week of all the different things that I found out, I'm just like, holy crap, there's so much that happened.
A lot of lawsuits.
A lot of lawsuits. We were on lawsuit level. I just feel like we're going to see a lot of changes coming to a lot of our video games, a lot of video game companies in the long run. I think gaming itself needs to start evolving, and I think that's going to happen. It's going to be interesting as like now we're in August, so we don't have that many more months to go before we start the next year. Hopefully things will start changing and we'll see some really cool games coming out next year. And I'm excited to see what gets released, and I'm also excited hopefully for the beta for next week for Diablo 2, because if that happens, I'm going to be like, yes, the rumors were true. And if it doesn't, I'm going to be like,
I guess I'll wait.
And then I'll probably talk about it on the next show, like these idiots. So I think it'll be good.
Yeah, I agree. I'm really, like you said, I'm really excited to see what sort of like what our our official end roster will be for 2022 in terms of the games that actually are released. Right now, if you see what are currently projected to release in 2022, we're stacked for video game releases, guys, and I am ready for it. I may not have the time for them all, but I am here for it, and let's go. So I'm excited to see what happens. I'm curious to see what the final results are for a lot of these lawsuits that are happening. The biggest one specifically being Activision Blizzard, because I'm really excited to see where the company can go from after this. After this, what I would assume is, I would like to hopefully call the Purge. But
The Purge.
Yes. But I'm excited to see what happens, and even whether the impact is good or bad, how it may impact their games in the future. So
yeah. And also too, with all the new games that are coming out and everything else, like, if there's a game you guys want us to try, let us know. I mean, we'll eventually do some video game reviews and kind of talk about some new games or old games that are being revamped, and let us know. I mean, we are here for you. We want to bring you guys content. We want you guys talking to us. We want everything. We're kind of greedy and a little selfish. I mean, I know I am. Don't give me that look, Morgan. You know I'm a little greedy and selfish.
It's okay, I am too. It happened. All of us have a little bit of something. I'm really competitive. Is that not a form of greed, potentially?
Yes.
So
Yes, this is why I don't play games with you. No, I'm just kidding.
That's mean.
I'm joking.
That's why you gotta play games like Minecraft with me, because there's no competition.
Or we go back to the one game of Terraria where we don't know how to build houses because we're so confused. How do you put a door in? I don't know. What is a door? I don't know.
Okay, but
we made a cave.
That whole thing was fucking stupid.
Look, I made a cave. Look, I made us a sex dungeon. I don't know why.
We have all the room for activities.
We made the biggest house ever. Why? I don't know, because it was fun.
It doesn't have a roof yet, though.
No roof, no floors. We know we have a second floor.
We have a
and
second
that's as far
floor,
as we go.
But it doesn't have a roof.
Yeah, we only have a second floor, and that's as far as it goes. We'll add to it eventually.
Oh, absolutely. Come on now. Anybody who thinks we won't, what the heck? Why are you thinking that?
I have no idea.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Well.
Any
other stuff?
Nah, I got nothing else, man.
Same.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us here at Techyries. That's Morgan, as always.
Yes,
she's a hoot and a holler.
That's me.
You can just smile and be pretty while I read this, okay?
I will happily do that.
Okay, thank you. We just wanted to say thank you so much for tuning into our show with us. We are both excited to be doing this. And don't forget, you can catch us here every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you missed out on this episode, you can get caught up by watching our replays on our YouTube channel. Don't forget, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord to get notified when we go live and what us tech nerds are talking about. Until next time, keep processing.
All right, everybody, have a good night.